Now, the Cleveland Browns will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 1 of the NFL preseason this Friday night. And honestly, I'm going to pull up to the game, so if y'all are there, come and say what's up if y'all see me. Probably be hanging out in the Bud Zone or maybe even doing a video and a little interview video just outside the stadium for the YouTube channel. We'll see if I end up doing that. But I'm intrigued with this matchup, man. There's a lot of things that I want to see between the Jaguars and the Browns, but I'm going to start with the Browns on that side of the ball. And first and foremost, we got to talk about the biggest headline with Deshuan Watson. Now, I'm not going to get into the logistics of everything like that too, but as of right now, Adam Schefter tweeted out that the Cleveland Browns plan and intend on starting Deshuan Watson in this week's game versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is the first time that we're going to be able to see Deshuan Watson since January of 2021. The last time we saw him on the field, 365 yards, 3 touchdowns in a shootout versus the Tennessee Titans. And the last time we did see Deshuan Watson, this man was a top 5 quarterback in the game. The reason the Cleveland Browns gave up an absolute haul and made this guy the highest paid player in NFL history is because he's electrifying and he's a transcendent talent at the most important position in all of sports. And whether you agree with it or not, I'm not here to discuss that. All I'm saying is, on the field, if Deshuan Watson's the same player that we saw over the course of his career so far, he's going to win a lot of games for this Cleveland Browns team if he's on the field. But outside of just Deshuan Watson, there's a lot of talent on this side of the ball. When you look at guys like Amari Cooper, probably one of the biggest trades of the NFL offseason so far, acquiring him from the Dallas Cowboys for a 6th-round pick. You look at the backfield with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. It looks like Kareem Hunt requested a trade, but the Browns will not be trading him. One of the best backfields, probably the best backfield in the game. David Njoku's a tight end who I like a lot. From all the reports, it looks like he's been having a great training camp. I just want to quickly say to Jakeem Grant, man, just prayers and thoughts up, bro, because I know it's a bad injury, and I hope you get well soon, man. And then with the defensive side of the ball with the Cleveland Browns, I mean, they've got a terrific defense, one of the best defenses in the NFL. Myles Garrett's a top 2 edge rusher alongside TJ Watt. You look at guys like in the secondary with Denzel Ward, one of the best cover corners in the game. Grant Delpit's a guy I was super high on coming out of the draft just a couple of seasons ago. You look at John Johnson III as well too. The Cleveland Browns have a terrific defense, and that's the backbone of this team as of right now. Now transitioning into the Jaguar side of things, head coach Doug Peterson did say that James Robinson, Laviska Shenault, and Jamal Agnew will not be playing in this week's game versus the Cleveland Browns. And it sucks I can't see Jamal Agnew, man, because look, man, I love Jamal Agnew. Me and all my homies, we love Jamal Agnew. It's been a minute since I've said that, and I really love my boy Jamal Agnew. But sucks that we won't be able to see these guys get out there and play, but I hope these guys continue to recover and Laviska Shenault continues to get healthy. Then you look at a guy like Christian Kirk, who I think rolled his ankle earlier this week in training camp, was kind of limping off the field, so he'll be a game time decision, but I expect Christian Kirk to go out there and get some snaps. But the big thing is with the offensive side of the ball is obviously coming with former number 1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence, who I call Mr. Sunshine, who's had a really good camp so far. Shout out to Jordan DeLugo, one of the Jaguars writers, and he runs GenJag.com. And Jordan DeLugo tweets out, Trevor Lawrence is now 149 of 209 in the team portions of training camp with 18 touchdowns and 2 turnover-worthy throws, 11 drops, which is a 5.3% drop rate. The Jaguars have a lot of new faces on the offensive side of the ball, plus you just want to see progression with the new offensive system in place with Press Taylor and Doug Peterson, and you want to see the progression out of Trevor Lawrence as well too. Whether the Jaguars put their starters out there for 2-3 drives, whatever the case may be, you want to see that progression out of the team as well. And then the Jaguars obviously are getting a guy in Travis Etienne back who came back off that Liz Frank injury, but it's interesting to see how the Jaguars will utilize running back Travis Etienne in a lot of these packages too. I'm not sure how vanilla they'll be in comparison to the Hall of Fame game as well too, but I know Snoop Connor's going to get a lot of the load to carry for this preseason game as well too, a guy who I really like a lot too. But with the defensive side of the ball, that's where this gets interesting too, especially with a guy like Deshuan Watson on the other side of the ball. The Jaguars have a great front 7. Trayvon Walker turned a lot of heads, and including mine in that Hall of Fame game versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Trayvon looked like a freak of nature out there. You take it with a grain of salt, but he looked really good and he looked really promising. And then you look over at Devin Lloyd, who's still recovering from the hamstring tweak he had just a couple of weeks ago as well. Jags will continue to monitor him, but, you know, no big news right there, and he's not expected to play this week, probably getting back into contract drills next week from what's been reported as well too. Josh Allen, Fadu Kasi, Roy Robertson Harris. Apparently these guys have had great training camps. Excited to see how the unit comes together, and I'm excited to see a lot of these guys on the defensive side of the ball, especially in the secondary. When you look at guys like Darius Williams getting a homecoming, Andre Sisco, a guy who I thought and I think will lead this Jaguars team in interceptions this upcoming season. Shaq Griffin, Tyson Campbell's poised for a breakout season. Obviously my guy Rudy Ford, there's a lot of guys on this team that I'm super excited about, man. And there's just a lot of things to be excited about for the Jags this season, especially if you're a fan, for not just this game, but just for the season moving forward. Now, before I end today's video, a couple of things I want to get out of the way before I let y'all go is, one, what are some things you guys are looking forward to in this matchup with the Browns? The second thing is I want the Jaguars to lose and get blown out every preseason game. Now, I want the Jaguars and I want a lot of our players to show flashes of great ability, especially our starters, and I want to see how guys come together. But when it comes to just winning and playing well and, you know, really winning, no, I want the Jaguars to get blown out. I want the Jaguars to be the most slept on team in the NFL, and I want to have that underdog mentality. Because once we get into the season and we start beating teams down and we start playing like a top 10 defense like we're going to be playing with and we're putting points up on the board, I want that same energy. Please keep sleeping on us. And then a few other things is I'm finally recovered from my oral surgery. That was a lot of pain, some gum grafting I had done, and back to talking, back into feeling good, and, you know, back to producing content. I will also say that I'm going to be moving out to Orlando on Sunday, man. So I'm going to be super busy this next week and a half, getting ready for UCF, getting ready for school, getting acclimated to my life down there, you know, moving things in and out and just my life, you know. So content might be a little bit slow the next week and a half, 2 weeks, but I promise you, once I'm settled in and I'm really getting a groove of my schedule and my time and my cadence, everything will be back in, you know, full train and full steam ahead, man, because I'm super excited, man. Since I'm moving out to UCF, I was thinking about maybe having like a cool nickname like UCF Jaguar or something. You know, I make good Jags content as well too, I feel like, and, you know, UCF Jaguar. I feel like that's got a good ring to it. You know, if y'all don't think that has a good ring to it, let me know. You know, obviously BJ, UCF BJ, Brett James, BJ Mafia, BJ Nation. I don't know. Y'all got to let me know in the comments down below, because UCF Jaguar, UCF BJ, just whatever. Let me know. But thank you guys again so much for sticking around throughout the whole video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop me a thumbs up. It takes 1 second and it helps me and the channel out tremendously. And if you guys are new here, consider hitting that subscribe bell to stay tuned for more NBA and, of course, Jaguars content that I do here on YouTube. And make sure y'all go follow me on my socials, especially on Twitter. The link tree will be in the description down below. And I'm very active and I'm on there every single day. But that's it for this video. I want to say thank you guys again. Brett James, aka BJ. I'm out, y'all. Go Jags, baby. Peace.